Hi, am I on the air?
Yep.
Fuck.
Thanks.
Do I have everybody's attention now? Do I have everybody's attention now?
Don, I got you.
Don, do I have everybody's
Sunday
attention
night.
now?
You put them cameras on me, then you must be willing to get that heart touch. This a must-see feeling. The news ain't good, then it must be villain. So I say a tag round it, I don't trust these ceilings. Spread across your nose, and I'm on your ear, high as gnats on the cloud. Hammer in the air, Sunday nights, prime time. I flex mine better, Voltron transform to DX Don Mega. And off scene, you probably think I'm nice, cause I flow like a stream to your wireless device. And the smoke or the steam on any given night, I'll short like a piece of any given slice. And for the latest and what is best about I tune in and tune the rest out, Don. You gotta tell them, am I in the clear? Is this thing on? Am I on the air? On the air?
Well, what is going down? Welcome to the show. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without some information to step to. This is Don Mega, and I'm your host. And this, of course, is Am I on the Air? It is August 23rd, and I am broadcasting live here from the Red Dragons Radio Studios. It is, my friends, Season 11, Episode 6. Tonight's show is called The Hitman From Uncle. And first of all, I'd just like to say thank you everybody for your patience. It's been a couple weeks since our last episode. Last came to you on August 9th with the not so fantastic episode where I had to unfortunately bring you the shitty review of the Fantastic Four reboot, where we just gave it 2 out of 5 stars. And since it's dismal number 2 opening at the box office, and we've missed a couple weeks, the movie is now, I think, number 10 at the box office, and it will cost Fox Pictures about $60 to $80 million in losses. So very, very sad there. It's been a little bit. We had no show last Sunday night. Ended up just basically having to take a break. You know, life right now is super busy, super complicated, very stressful, and there's a lot going on. And sometimes, you know, it's very, very hard to set aside the time and the energy, to be honest, to, you know, be able to combine all the news together in a week and record the episode for you guys. I try to be very diligent. I try to always bring an episode on a weekly basis, and I've done that for 4 years now. And lately, I've started to kind of almost doubt myself as far as, you know, and this is just me speaking to you off the record. You know, that should this continue to be a show that I do on a weekly basis? Should it become something I do on an every other week basis? Should it be something I do once a month? Should I take a break? You know, what should I do? It's questions that I've been asking myself for a little while now. I love doing this show. Am I on the Air is very, very special to me, very important to me. You know, every time you guys reach out and communicate on Twitter and Facebook and stuff, it means a lot to me. You know, I want to bring you guys entertainment news. I want you guys to feel invested. I want you guys to engage. You know, and that's the point here. That's why I do this, because I want, you know, to bring people together and have open discussions about the world of entertainment news. You know, but it's hard. It's hard to stay very motivated when you have so many other things going on in your life. You know, I don't make any money off this show. I choose to do it without ads and without sponsorships, to just provide you with just a straight up good entertainment show. It actually cost me money to do this show. which adds another layer of stress on top of things. And but I love bringing it to you guys. I love Red Dragons Radio. I love doing our other shows like Red Dragons Assemble and the Am I Still on the Airs and everything else. So it's just one of those things that we'll see as we kind of go along. But last weekend, I did not have the time or the energy to do it. Usually when we record these shows on a Sunday night, it's done very, very late, and I got to get up early and go to work the next day, and it doesn't make for the best of times there. So, I don't know. I don't even know where I'm trying to go with this. I just want to be honest and open with my listeners here. But I do love it, and I'm sorry I missed last week. After you miss a Sunday, then you become into this weird bind where it's like, okay, I'll do one on Monday, and then Monday kind of comes and goes, and you're like, I'll do it on Tuesday, and then by Wednesday you're like, okay, do I do a show now, or do I just kind of hold off and wait till Sunday and try to do this big maximized show, that's going to cover 2 weeks worth of news now. And that's just unfortunately what I decided I had to do. Because it makes it very hard. If I do a midweek show, then the following show kind of overlaps it and overtakes it, and there's only so many days left, and then another episode becomes kind of half-assed, and it's just one of those things. So we took the week off, but we're back. Let's stop the mumbo jumbo. We are back. It's August 23rd. We got 2 weeks worth of news going down in the world of entertainment, and I have 2 movie reviews for you that we'll jump right into. So let's go with last week's movie review, which is of course going to be The Man from U.N.C.L.E. This is the new spy thriller movie that's based on the old 60s television show. This movie here stars Superman himself, Henry Cavill, along with the Lone Ranger himself, Armie Hammer. And of course it even has our favorite new girl, Alicia Vikander, who was in Ex Machina. She's awesome in this as well. And basically, it's directed by Guy Ritchie, and it's a fun throwback spy movie. We just came off a really incredible film with Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation, and here we have an old throwback kind of spy movie. America having to team up with the Russians and doing their whole thing. I'll tell you, I was looking forward to this film, but not with an extreme amount of anticipation. I was just thinking, this will be good, and I was anxious to see it. I gotta tell you, I walked out of this movie really, really thoroughly enjoying it. It not only gave me what I wanted, but the action was really good, and I thought that the chemistry between Cavill and Armie Hammer was really, really good. There was a really good amount of humor in this movie that really brought everything together. And I love the dynamic between everybody. So in the end, this really pulled it off to be better than what I assumed it would be. So I would recommend you guys go see it. It's not doing all that well at the box office right now, which kind of makes me sad. It was number 3, I believe, last weekend, and it's number 5 this weekend. It's doing okay, but it should have done a lot better. This is a movie that was set up to become a franchise, and really should become a franchise when it all boils down to it. So, a little bit of a bummer there. But in the end result, I give The Man from U.N.C.L.E. 4 out of 5 stars. I really, really enjoyed it, and it was a nice bounce back at the theater coming off of, the Fantastic Four. So, I recommend it. Go check it out. The Man from U.N.C.L.E. 4 out of 5. And that leads me to the movie we just saw this past weekend, a couple days ago on opening night, which is Hitman Agent 47. On a side note, I know it sucks that I'm not bringing you a review of Straight Outta Compton. I am guessing I might see Straight Outta Compton this weekend. There's nothing really big coming out this weekend, so we'll probably try to backtrack and catch up on some of the things that we missed, because I do really want to see Straight Outta Compton. I do want to see The Gift as well. Those are a couple that have come out that I've missed. But hopefully I'll see Straight Outta Compton. The movie's been number 1 for 2 weeks in a row. It's kind of silly that I haven't seen it to review it here for you guys, so I'm sorry. Because I've had a couple people reach out on Twitter asking me, what did you think of Straight Outta Compton? And I'm like, I haven't seen it yet, so bear with me on that one. But yes, the other movie I just saw this past weekend was Hitman Agent 47. This is this sequel, but kind of reboot at the same time of the Hitman series. It's of course based on the video game of the same name. There was a Hitman movie, I think 2007, with Timothy Olyphant, and so this one here stars Rupert Friend, who is from the show Homeland. So that's where most people would know him from. I know a lot of people are like, who the hell is this guy? Rupert Friend is the there that plays Agent 47. Um, so you know what? This movie's a very hit and miss for me as well. The action in this film is incredible, and if you've seen John Wick, you'll know why the action is incredible, because the guys that did John Wick are the masterminds behind choreographing all the action in this film. But when there's not action, this film is pretty boring. The dialogue is kind of crappy. The story overall itself is kind of crappy. And so it was a very hit and miss ride for me, because when it was the action stuff and all the action was going down, I was like, damn, this movie is tight. But when the action wasn't going on, it was just kind of eh. So in the end, it kind of balanced itself out. I gave Hitman Agent 47 3 out of 5 stars. I almost went 3.5, because when we came out of the theater, I saw it with Geeky Pat, and we were talking, and we both kind of felt like it was better than the 3, but not quite a 4. So I was going to go 3.5, but I hate doing half stars. And really, when it came down to it, and I was thinking about it, I'm just going to go with 3 to be on the regular side, because it was just kind of around the action. But I'll tell you, there is plenty of action. It is a rated R movie. The action is kind of graphic, and I thought they did it really, really well. I'm a fan of the video game franchise, and I enjoyed this one. I'll actually buy this one on Blu-ray and watch it back. Hopefully, they'll do like some kind of unrated edition. They'll have some extra stuff in there. But I think it was a fun time. If you like just kind of cheesy, good, over-the-top action movies, then I would say go check out Hitman Agent 47. It's worth the ride. But 3 out of 5 for me. I thought it was good, but we'll leave it at that. So there's your 2 movie reviews of the week: The Man from U.N.C.L.E, 4 out of 5, and Hitman Agent 47, 3 out of 5. And put those 2 movies together. That's where we got tonight's show title: The Hitman from U.N.C.L.E. All right. So we now have 2 weeks worth of news. So let's get it cracking. All right, because we got a lot of stuff to go through. HBO has released the very first teaser for their new show Westworld. I actually just saw this teaser just a little bit ago as I was watching the season finale of Ballers, the Rock show, and they showed this trailer for Westworld, and it looks really, really cool. I'm very anxious to see what Westworld's going to bring. On a side note with TV, I always like to tell you guys about new TV shows that I get into and I really enjoy, and I think you should check out. My suggestion this week is Mr. Robot. Mr. Robot is on the USA Network. It's been on for about 7 or 8 episodes now. I've watched the first 4, and I am addicted. It is a great, great show about this hacker kid, and it's just the way it's done, the way the music is done, the way it's filmed. It's an incredible show, so I highly, highly recommend you check out Mr. Robot if you get a chance. Alrighty, the Mindy Project, as you all know, is moving to Hulu for its next season, and I think we got Mindy Project will return on Wednesday, September 15th on Hulu. And if you don't recall me saying, I was telling you guys before that Hulu has actually decided to not do the all-in-one shot thing like Netflix does or Amazon. They decided to do their shows, their original shows, on a week-by-week basis. So it's going to be just like network television there. DirecTV has set an October premiere date for Kingdom Season 2. So that is coming back. We do have the Westworld teaser if you want to check that out on our Twitter page. Look for that YouTube video there. We got a new international trailer for Star Wars The Force Awakens, which only shows a little bit of new footage, but you can definitely check that out on our Twitter as well. Set photos for Captain America Civil War, which you can check out, and that includes seeing the first glimpses there of Black Panther, which is pretty damn cool because we haven't seen nothing from that. We got some first set photos of John Berthal as the Punisher in Daredevil Season 2, so you can check that out. On last week's show, I believe I talked to you guys about that The Rock is doing the Baywatch movie, and that Horrible Bosses director Seth Gordon is going to be directing it. Well, we found out who his co-star is going to be, and it's none other than Zac Efron. So Zac Efron has joined the cast as going to be a new lifeguard, teaming up with The Rock in the Baywatch movie. I don't know. I'm not a big Zac Efron fan, but for some reason when I read this, I was like, I can see this. I can see this happening, and it's going to be pretty damn funny. The guy definitely won me over in Neighbors, so I think this will be definitely very, very interesting there. Sofia Vergara is going to be playing Bart Simpson's teacher on an upcoming episode of The Simpsons. We have the latest Supergirl trailer you can check out, including the first teaser trailer for Amy Schumer's 1-hour HBO stand-up special coming in October over on HBO. We have the first poster and teaser trailer for Bradley Cooper's new movie, Burnt. Burnt is about him being a chef. I think the original title of this movie was Chef, but then Jon Favreau beat him to it, so he had to change the name, and now it's called Burnt. Bravo has renewed Odd Mom Out for Season 2. Regina Wesley and Parker Young have both joined Arrow Season 4. CBS is undecided in Person of Interest's fate. It might be the last season for that show, but they're not sure how they're going to move forward on Person of Interest. We do have the first official trailer for Stonewall. It's a true story there, directed by Roland Emmerich. Newichin is getting a biopic film over on BET, and it will not be with Bobby Brown's involvement. I don't know why he was left out there, but yeah. Reese Witherspoon is going to be starring in and producing a new film from Lionsgate. It's going to be a supernatural thriller called Cold. The new movie Masterminds, which was supposed to come out this month with Zach Galifianakis and Kristen Wiig and Owen Wilson, it was supposed to come out this month. Relativity Media pushed it back to October, but I think I explained this to you guys on the last show. That Relativity has now filed for bankruptcy, so the film has been officially pulled from the release calendar. So who knows when Masterminds or if it will ever get a theatrical release moving forward. Leonardo DiCaprio is teaming with Martin Scorsese again. They're going to be doing a new film called Devil in the White City. We have the brand new Gem and the Holograms trailer, which sucks just as much as the first one. So you can check that out on our webpage over on amiontheair.com. Once again, if you're looking to watch all the latest trailers, go to amiontheair.com, click on our trailers tab, and you can see all the latest trailers right there in one easy place for all of you. We got a new Honest trailer for 8 Mile. We got Everything Wrong With Twilight Saga, Breaking Dawn Part 2. David Fincher and Gillian Flynn's HBO series Utopia is officially dead over at HBO. The show will not be any more. GTA 5, Grand Theft Auto 5, Geeky Pat's favorite game. I do love this game myself, though. Has sold over 54 million copies to date. That is incredible right there. Christopher McQuarrie comments about the possible Edge of Tomorrow sequel. He says Tom Cruise came up with a really good idea for the film, and they're definitely looking into moving forward with that project there. Arrow's own Oliver Queen, Stephen Amell, he was booked into a match over on WWE's SummerSlam, and it's kind of funny because I'm a big wrestling fan. I actually just watched SummerSlam tonight right before I did the show, and Stephen Amell wrestled. He actually wrestled in a match, and he did really, really good. So props to Stephen Amell there for coming on out, having a tag team match there with Neville taking on Stardust and King Barrett. It was a really good tag team match. I give the dude mad props for getting in there and getting beat up, man. It's good stuff. He's a big wrestling fan. I was glad to see probably a lifelong dream come true for him. Winona Ryder has confirmed that a Beetlejuice sequel is definitely happening with Michael Keaton. So, yeah, keep your eyes on that one. We've been talking about this one, I think, for the last couple of years, though. Hopefully it will happen, but we'll have to see. We got a really cool article up called 12 Scenes in the Fantastic Four Trailers that definitely were not in the film. We all talked about this when we came out the film. The Red Dragons team, Red Dragons Assemble team went and saw this movie together, and I remember we were all talking about, hey, remember that scene in the trailer? I didn't see that in the movie. And there's a lot in the trailer that was not in the film, so it just continues to prove what the hell happened with that film, man. So crazy. There's a new Back to the Future documentary that's going to be coming out. It's going to be called Back in Time, and it will be released on October 21st, 2015. Very excited about this news. Showtime has announced that they have renewed both Masters of Sex and Ray Donovan for a new season next year. Very, very excited about this. Ray Donovan is one of my favorite shows on television right now, so I'm very, very happy to see that that will be returning, and my wife loves Masters of Sex as well, so two very good shows. We all love Lizzie Kaplan. Glad to see them getting more work. Speaking of Showtime continuing putting out stuff, another show that a lot of people love is Shameless, and Shameless will return on Sunday, January 17th at 9 p.m. over on Showtime. Tom Hardy is going to be taking on the Vertigo adaptation of 100 Bullets. Very cool graphic novel there, so Tom Hardy signing up and taking that on. The very first poster and trailer for Ride Along 2. I totally forgot that this movie was even coming. It comes out in January, and I liked the first Ride Along movie actually a lot. It was a really funny film. But I totally forgot that they were doing a second film. And but it's here, and you can check out the trailer. Go to amiontheair.com, check it out, or on our Twitter and Facebook page. You can see the first trailer for another new Showtime show coming out called Billions, which comes out in 2016 and stars Paul Giamatti and Damian Lewis. So you can check that out there. Christopher Guest, his new comedic film Mascots, is coming to Netflix in 2016, so you can see that. Those of you that are fans of The Last Ship over on TNT will be happy to know that that just got renewed for a third season as well. The actor and former hip-hop artist Common has an untitled coming-of-age drama pilot coming to Showtime as well. And speaking of Showtime, that's not coming. Some cancellations. Web Therapy has been canceled. But they've also ordered a new project from Jim Carrey. So that'll be interesting to see what Jim Carrey will bring to Showtime. Britney Spears is heading to Jane the Virgin. She's going to be on a guest spot there. Very happy about this news. Matt Ryan, who played Constantine on the Constantine show over on NBC, is coming to Arrow. We've discussed the possibility of this on several episodes. And I always said my fingers were crossed and hoping this is going to happen, and it is confirmed. I believe it's going to be episode 5 of the new season of Arrow. Matt Ryan will reprise his role as Constantine and have a guest spot on the new episode of Arrow. Very, very cool, very exciting, and I actually know what he is going to be doing in the show. I won't spoil it for you, but it's pretty damn cool, and I like that they're going this route rather than what I expected them to do. So very, very cool. As we all know, Tom Hanks is going to be doing the new Captain Sully biopic film. They have just added Aaron Eckhart to play his co-pilot in the Clint Eastwood directed film. Teaser poster for The Flash Season 2, which also debuts the first look at Jay Garrick. CW has renewed Whose Line Is It Anyway? And Penn and Teller's show Fool Us. The CW is developing a live-action series based on the film The Notebook. Who wants this? I don't know. So George Lopez is coming to TV land as he's got a brand new comedy series in the works there. Mark Wahlberg is going to be headlining a new action comedy rom-com over at New Line Cinema. It's going to be called Partners. I'll take it. I love anything Mark Wahlberg does, so I'm very, very cool about that. Annabeth Gish is going to be reprising her role as Agent Reyes in the X-Files revival. But don't expect Robert Patrick to return because he's too busy doing Scorpion, and he says that he loves the show, but he doesn't have time right now to come back for that. We have a new trailer called Addicted to Fresno. which stars Natasha Lyonne and Aubrey Plaza. You can check that out. We have the first trailer for Naomi and Ellie's No Kiss List. That's a tongueful. Starring Victoria Justice. Let's see. And has canceled The X's after 4 seasons. He was also bringing a Friday the 13th TV series to the network. This is very, very interesting, but they're bringing on a whole new take to Camp Crystal Lake. So it's very odd that this is coming to the CW, mind you. But hey, I'll give it a chance, man. I'm all up for some more Friday the 13th. Blake Lively is in talks to star in a new shark thriller called In the Deep. We have a new Red Band trailer for Sleeping with Other People, starring Alison Brie and Jason Sudeikis. Check that out. We have the first trailer for Trumbo, starring Bryan Cranston. And we have the first trailer for The Hateful Eight, that is, of course, what's his face, that I'm totally spacing right now for no reason. Quentin Tarantino. I don't know why that just popped right out of my head. But Quentin Tarantino's new film, The Hateful Eight, gets its first trailer, so definitely check that out. Alex Min, who's a producer on the new Universal Monsters franchises, he says that their new Monsters franchise will definitely be scary. They're not going for the straight up humor. They want to go for that classic horror feel, which they should. So I'm very happy to hear that they're going to be doing that. The film adaptation of Mark Millar's comic book Nemesis is going to be moving from Fox over to Warner Brothers, so that's really cool there. J.J. Abrams has released some new exclusive secrets from the Star Wars The Force Awakens as it gets a Entertainment Weekly preview, which is really, really cool there. And we'll have some more Star Wars news as we move forward and we get into the D23 Expo. Alrighty, the CW network has released its fall slate promo and definitely spotlights the return of Arrow and the Flash. Lily Rabe is going to be portraying Eileen Wuornos for the Halloween episode of American Horror Story Hotel. The network has set some premiere dates for Josh Holloway's new drama Colony and their new show Satisfaction, and several more, so you can check out that article there for all the breakdown of the dates. Supergirl has cast villain Livewire coming over there to CBS. I like where they're going with Supergirl. I like that they're stacking this thing up here. Star Britt Morgan will be playing Livewire. So very, very cool. Like I said, I like how they're stacking up Supergirl there. Rick and Morty Season 3 is coming to Adult Swim. I know a lot of people are excited about that. Liam Neeson is going to be playing General MacArthur in a Korean war drama called Operation Chromite. Tom Cruise is going to start shooting Jack Reacher 2 with director Edward Zwick in November. So Jack Reacher 2 looks to be his next big project here coming up. We have the first Season 9 trailer for Doctor Who, so we'll check that out. Sci-Fi Channel is developing Frederick Pohl's novel Gateway into a series. Clark's Childhood End coming to Sci-Fi Channel in a miniseries, and it will be on December 14th, 15th, and 16th. And you can check out the trailer for it right now, Childhood's End. Zephaniakis is going to be voicing the Joker in the Lego Batman movie, so that is cool. I like that a lot, actually. That is pretty damn tight. We have the first look at Tom Hiddleston as Hank Williams in his new biopic film called I Saw the Light. We get a picture of the Walking Dead Season 5 limited edition Blu-ray crawl, which is a really cool box set for The Walking Dead Season 5. I like it a lot. If I watch the show, I would definitely get that. We have the first trailer and poster for the new Chilean minor tale, The 33. This is a really cool trailer here. Ice Cube says Ride Along 2 will be bigger and better than the original film, so that's very cool coming out of him. Naomi Watts is going to be headlining Jurassic World director Colin Trevorrow's next book, or next feature, sorry, not next book, but the movie is called Book of Henry. So she is going to be headlining that there. New character info for the upcoming Power Rangers movie. And basically, all that info is saying is that it looks like they're going to be continuing the tradition of the original Power Rangers. Like it's going to go back to Trinity and Jason, and like that first cast there of Power Rangers will be what they're going with in the film. And if you haven't subscribed to us on Instagram, check us out on Instagram. Just search Am I on the Air. CW gives details of their scheduling plan for Legends of Tomorrow and the 100. HBO has confirmed that Deadwood may live again and may become a feature film. That's something that they're looking into there. NBC has also confirmed plans that they're looking to do a Xena Warrior Princess reboot. So definitely check that out. Diablo Cody has retired from directing. She says she is done. Marvel Jessica Jones producers talk Tone, David Tennant, and the title hero about the upcoming Netflix series, so check that out. A Tale of Love and Darkness trailer. Natalie Portman directs the period drama, so you can check that out there with her. Sesame Street is moving to HBO. Yes, you heard me right, HBO. I don't have much more to say about that other than, yes, it is true. New episodes of Sesame Street will now air on HBO for at least the next 5 seasons as well. NBC has renewed American Ninja Warrior. NBC won't make The Celebrity Apprentice next season as they hunt for a new replacement to take over for Donald Trump. Jim extends his Tonight Show contract for 6 more years. That is really, really cool. Rihanna will join The Voice next season. I don't know if they didn't really specify if she's going to be one of the new judges or if she's going to be one of the mentors, because they kind of get tricky with these articles, because sometimes they'll be like, so-and-so's joining The Voice, like Taylor Swift or whatever, and then she's just a mentor. So gotta be careful with that. They made it sound like she's going to be a judge, but I don't guarantee that, because I've heard that nowhere else. Neo, Elijah Kelly, and Common have all joined NBC's The Wiz. So they're doing that live action The Wiz next year. NBC has ordered comedies from Tina Fey and Mike Schur. Will Smith is producing a Fresh Prince reboot. Now, this is another one where it depends on the article you read. Some are saying that he's doing a reboot of the Fresh Prince. Some are saying that he's just doing a new comedy sitcom that's going to be in the vein of a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So we'll see there. Heroes Reborn is getting a supersized premiere. It's going to get a 2-hour premiere in September, so that is really, really cool. The film company A24 is teaming up with David S. Goyer as they're going to be doing a new horror film together, so that is really cool. Dave Franco is returning to Neighbors 2. This is really cool. I'm glad that they're bringing everybody back for Neighbors 2. The director of The New Mutants shares his screenplay progress of the X-Men spin-off film. He says it's definitely coming along, but it's definitely been very tricky at the same time. J.K. Simmons, Terry Bradshaw have both joined Ed Helms and Owen Wilson's new comedy called Bastards. So good to see them adding some more casting to that. Rosario Dawson has joined Katherine Heigl in a new thriller called Unforgettable. Patrick Stewart says he will be a big part of the Wolverine 3. He says he'll play a big factor in the film, but he won't give any more specifics other than that. So we'll have to see what ends up coming out of that. Reporting outside right now, and it is hot as hell. And it's funny because I only came outside because I checked the temperature, and it was like 75 degrees, which, to be honest with you, in Arizona, where it's typically over 100, I was like, oh, it's 75. It's actually pretty cool out. While I'm out here sweating like crazy, it is hot as hell right now, which is very distracting. For the Han Solo movie, they're saying that they're looking for casting will aim for a late teens, early 20s look there. We have everything wrong with Thunderball in 17 minutes or less. We have the first trailer for Life, starring Robert Pattinson and Joel Edgerton. We have the third and final trailer for The Transporter Refueled. We have a third trailer for Sicario. These Sicario trailers are killing me because I think the film looks amazing. I can't wait to see it. But I feel like every week they're releasing a Sicario trailer, and they're all pretty much the same damn trailer. So I'm like, just stop putting shit out of it. The Flash is looking to add the character Dr. Light. I've never heard of that character, but it looks like that's coming. Adam Baldwin is returning to season 8 of Castle. Lundgren is taking over for Arnold Schwarzenegger and will star in Kindergarten Cop 2. Wow. It's going to be straight to video, by the way, because you know how great that's going to be. Marlon Wayans says that 50 Shades of Black is not a spoof movie, so take that for what it is. Will Smith may not even star in Bad Boys 3 or 4, but he will be involved. According to specifics over at Sony, they said that he's definitely signed on to the film, and he'll definitely be a producer on the movies, but he has not agreed to star in them yet. I feel like this is just a technicality. He's got to star in these damn movies, man. It ain't gonna be about Martin Lawrence and his new partner. You need Martin and Will Smith. If Will Smith is on board to produce, then he should be on board to act in it as well. So hopefully he fleshes out whatever deal he's got to do there. Executive producer of Heroes Reborn explains why more of the originals from the television show did not return to this reboot here. NBC is planning a big 4-way crossover with Chicago Fire, PD, Medical, and Law and Order SVU. That is crazy right there. So, producer says Shane Black's Predator sequel will reinvent the franchise. This is we were very excited when we heard Shane Black was going to do a new Predator movie, especially that it was going to be a sequel. But that was announced over a year ago, and we haven't heard nothing since. So it's good to at least hear some movement here on the franchise. You can check out the latest Batman Arkham Knight DLC. It is available right now, and in the new DLC, you can do the Michael Keaton Batman outfit from the original 1989 film, and you can even change the skin on the Batmobile to the Tim Burton Batmobile, which is awesome. I love it. The first teaser trailer for Longmire Season 4. Benicio del Toro is very confident that he'll be appearing in Star Wars Episode 8. You can see the trailer for Rowdy Roddy Piper's final performance as he battles Cthulhu in a new horror film called Portal to Hell. Rest in peace, Rowdy. Right now, all the networks are looking to make TV shows out of popular movies, and the next one's coming to CBS. It's going to be a TV show of Training Day. Yes, the Denzel Washington Ethan Hawke film is getting a TV show based on the film, and the movie's director Anton Fuqua will direct the pilot. Toy Story 4 is going to be about Woody falling in love with Bo Peep. Kobe Smulders, who I love me some Kobe Smulders. She's in talks to join Tom Cruise and Jack Reacher 2. We have the first posters for the Alice Through the Looking Glass, the sequel to Alice in Wonderland. NBC is developing a new comedy called Powerless, which will focus on regular people in the DC universe. Very, very interesting concept there, I gotta say. So, I really, really like that one there. We have a picture up of the new Arrow Cave for Season 4 of Arrow. It looks awesome, and it's about time that it's not just underneath the stupid nightclub. Ouija 2 got its director and star. You don't know neither of them, so I'm not even going to bother talking about it. Just know that Ouija 2 is coming. Justice Leak, that is his name, by the way, has been cast as Hellgrammet in Supergirl over on CBS, who looks like a big praying mantis. So Supergirl is going to get kind of crazy out there. So, Disney had its big festival called D23. It's kind of like their Comic-Con. So, we got some news coming out of there. They released some first look posters at Toy Story 4, Cars 3, Incredibles 2. So you can see some posters there. They also had all the Star Wars costumes up and available. In and out of some D23 news as we go along. Ali Larder says that Resident Evil 6 will definitely be the final chapter in the Resident Evil movie series. Good to hear. Shakira will be voicing a gazelle in Disney's new animated film Zootopia. This is coming out of D23. Disney Animation Studios has also announced a Jack and the Beanstalk tale titled Gigantic, so that'll be interesting. Outlander actor Tobias Menzies has joined the cast of Underworld, which the new film is tentatively being titled Underworld Next Generation. The Jack and the Beanstalk movie Gigantic will feature songs by Frozen's Kristen Anderson Lopez and Robert Lopez, so it's going to try to have that same flow. We have an article up that explains the entire Star Wars timeline, so if you're confused, check that out. Ed O'Neill will voice a septopus in Finding Dory. John Lasseter has confirmed to direct Toy Story 4. They talked about the new animated film Moana, which will star The Rock. It's an animated film Disney's doing. This is all coming from D23. Marvel also showed the first footage from Captain America Civil War. Of course, none of that footage is leaked, so I can't really break it down for you. All I heard was the really cool part of the footage was the end of the trailer, which has Ant-Man meeting Captain America and kind of fanboying over meeting him, like, oh my god, Captain America, which sounds really, really cool. NBC continuing to turn movies into TV shows. Their next one is Red. Yes, you remember Red? It had Bruce Willis and Morgan Freeman, and it was retired and extremely dangerous. So they're looking to make that into a TV show. Seth Rogen and Jason Mantzoukas are going to be returning to the last season of The League, which makes me very excited because I love when they pop up on that show. In Doctor Strange, Benedict Cumberbatch promises girls, cars, explosions, astral projections into multiple realms. You know, the usual. So that is very cool. Poster for The Jungle Book, which was another thing coming out D23. Jon Favreau directing The Jungle Book, which I heard got a standing ovation when they played the trailer for that crowd over there. Very, very cool. They did a presentation for the new Pirates of the Caribbean called Dead Man Tell No Tales, and they also confirmed that Orlando Bloom will be returning as Will Turner in the new Pirates of the Caribbean. Big news coming out from the Star Wars panel in D23 is that Jurassic World director Colin Trevorrow is going to be directing Star Wars Episode 9. So very, very cool that he's coming over to do that. They also revealed a cast photo for Rogue One, a Star Wars story, which shows some confirmation there of some of the cast for that film. And I thought it was really interesting because when they did Star Wars Celebration, they announced that those spin-off films were going to be called anthologies. So it was going to be Star Wars Anthology Rogue One. And now at D23, they've retitled them to say a Star Wars story. So it's now Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Speaking of Star Wars again, too, just announced they're going to be opening over at Disneyland and Disney World a 14-acre Star Wars attraction coming to Disney parks and resorts. Wow. No time frame of when that will pop up, but that is pretty damn incredible right there. And it looks amazing. Can't wait to go there. William Shatner has been announced as the host of the first official Star Trek cruise. Geeky Pat better start saving up that money, buddy. Get on that Star Trek cruise. Let's see. Pictures has hit a new North American box office record. Is now Straight Outta Compton. Came out last weekend and made a whopping $60 million in its opening weekend. Pushed Universal Pictures up even more. They already have the record for the biggest, box office for a year, and it just continues to grow bigger and bigger. So very, very cool there. Let's see here. Okay, I just want to repeat some of the news here. With Straight Outta Compton too, because when the box office came out last weekend, it was number one with 56 million. And then how it happened sometimes on Monday when the final tallies were done, it bumped to $60 million on a $30 million budget. So very, very cool for Straight Outta Compton. Disney has announced The Lion Guard, which will be a new TV series based on The Lion King. Disney also revealed more about the Star Wars Land, plus Toy Story Land, and Avatar Land. So very, very cool. some D23 videos posted up on our Twitter page. So go to twitter.com/amiontheair and you can watch some of the D23 panels, like the Star Wars one, Kevin Feige talking at the Marvel one, Jon Favreau talking to the Jungle Book, and a whole bunch more. We also have some details on the new Iron Man experience, which will be Disney's first Marvel theme park ride. So definitely check that out. Fantastic Four took a massive 69% plunge in its second week at the box office last weekend. Wow, wow. We have the full list of the Teen Choice Award winners for 2015, so check that out. Definitely get the full breakdown there. I'm not going to weave into it for you. We have the first trailer for a new film called Carol, which stars Cate Blanchett and Rooney Mara. Rock Band 4 has added Van Halen to the set list and says more Van Halen will come in DLC once the game drops. Dr. Dre's new album Compton has been streamed over 25 million times over on Apple Music. The Rock says that his Baywatch movie will have badass action and dirty jokes. So I love it. We have the first look at Dominic Cooper as the title action hero in the new film Stratton, which looks like a pretty cool picture. I like Dominic Cooper, but this film was supposed to star Henry Cavill, and unfortunately he dropped out of the film, so I would have loved to have seen what he would have done there. Tracy Morgan will host an upcoming episode of SNL in the new season. This makes me very, very happy. I'm a big Tracy Morgan fan. That's been very, very sad, with him getting into that accident, and he basically got crippled, had to learn how to walk again, how to talk again. It's been a hellacious ride for this dude to get back to basics. And I saw an interview with him on the Today Show a couple months ago, and it was extremely sad, as all he wanted to do was just be funny again, and he was having a hard time, finding that joy in his life to be funny again. And I'm glad that he's finally feeling comfortable enough to get there, that he will host an episode of SNL. Very, very happy for him. Novel Annabelle. I'm sorry, not Annabelle. It's called Tag. It's a graphic novel called Tag that has been picked up by 20th Century Fox, and Annabelle director John Leonetti will be directing that. On top of Tracy Morgan being signed to host on SNL next season, Miley Cyrus and Amy Schumer have also signed on. Chris Evans will be playing a parental figure for director Mark Webb in his new film called Gifted. Scooby-Doo is getting a new animated movie to solve the reboot mystery in 2018. Chris Evans explains why Captain America Civil War is different from all the other Marvel films. Cary Fukunaga opens up about his departure from the film It. Basic creative differences here, but he talks a little bit more in detail. Laura Linney is going to be starring opposite Tom Hanks in the new Clint Eastwood upcoming film Captain Sully, which we talked about earlier with Tom Hanks. Emil Hirsch has pled guilty to assault against a Paramount executive, and he's going to be heading to jail, man. Crazy. God damn it, Emil. Milla will be taking on a new version of the Batman villain Firefly on the second season here of Gotham coming up. Mutant teases Sabretooth's return and Berserker Rage in Wolverine 3. I would love to see some Berserker Rage. Closest we got to that was in X-Men 2. And I would love to see the return of Sabretooth, especially if it's done by Lee Schreiber. So we'll see there. We have the first trailer for The Anomaly, which stars Ian Somerhalder. Jerry Bruckheimer's home is moved from Fox over to TNT with a pilot pickup. Fox has renewed Hotel Hell for a third season. This makes me very happy. I love Hotel Hell. It's with Gordon Ramsay, and he goes in and makes hotels look good again. It's basically his kitchen stuff, but he does it in a hotel. I really, really enjoy it, and I'm glad Fox is giving it another season. Wrong with Jupiter Ascending in 19 minutes or less. We have the first trailer for Victor Frankenstein, starring Daniel Radcliffe and James McAvoy. Looks really, really cool. We have the Honest trailer for Kingsman: The Secret Service. Donald has replaced Daryl Hammond as Colonel Sanders for KFC. I don't know why, but he did. Chris Hemsworth was spotted on the Ghostbusters set, and it's a funny picture of him. but he's actually in a Ghostbusters outfit too, so it makes me feel like he's gonna be playing like the Rick Moranis character here in this. Batman Arkham Knight update teases some Dark Knight DLC. It looks like the Tumbler is coming to the game. Supergirl has recruited Levi Miller, who stars as Peter Pan in the new film Pan. He's going to be playing a new character on the TV show. Another Period has been renewed by Comedy Central for a second season. We have the new trailer for Narcos, the new show coming to Netflix. IFC Channel has renewed the new show Documentary Now, starring Bill Hader and Fred Armisen. And the first season hasn't even premiered yet. They've already renewed it. There is a post-apocalyptic Zorro reboot that's coming on the way. The Sci-Fi Channel has canceled Haven after 5 seasons. That sucks. Star Wars star John Boyega is joining Tom Hanks and Emma Watson in their new film The Circle. Game developer Ubisoft has delayed Rainbow Six Siege until December, so that's when the game will come out there. In an Alien 5 update, it looks like Prometheus 2 is going to be holding Neil Blomkamp up from doing Alien 5. He pretty much has to wait till they're done making Prometheus. We have some new on-set photos of John Bernthal as the Punisher. I know I said that earlier in the show, but these are more on-set photos, so you can check that out. The TV show Manhattan has added Nev Campbell for season 2. Hathaway is going to be starring in The Ambassador's Wife, which will be a limited TV series coming up. Mark Hamill and CBS are developing a Navy SEAL drama called The Red Circle. Freddie Highmore and Haley Joel Osment are going to star in a coming-of-age film called Holding Patterns. We have a cool article up because it's the 20th anniversary of Mortal Kombat, and we have an article called Mortal Kombat Movie Oral History, The Untold Story, which really breaks it all down. Something I found really cool in the story was that Cameron Diaz was originally supposed to play Sonya Blade, and literally while she was practicing martial arts, she broke her wrist about a week before they started filming, and she just couldn't do the fight scenes, couldn't do the martial arts with a broken wrist, so she had to drop out of the film, and then they got Bridget Wilson to replace her. So very interesting to think that we would have had Cameron Diaz as Sonya Blade in the Mortal Kombat film. Mission Impossible's Rebecca Ferguson is going to be co-starring in Girl on the Train with Emily Blunt. The writer of Jurassic World is going to be rewriting a script for Kong Skull Island, so that is pretty cool. They're going to kind of revise that script over there. Director Jonathan Levine is circling Amy Schumer's next film. He did Warm Bodies. James has joined that comedy called Bastards, which is with Owen Wilson and Ed Helms. Well says she wants to play the Doctor on Doctor Who someday, which is really cool there. The director of Warm Bodies, Jonathan Levine, is possibly going to team with Amy Schumer for a new comedy about a mother and daughter. Not much more is set on that other than that. Ciaran Foy is going to helm The She, which is going to be a horror film set in 1960s Ireland for Blumhouse Pictures. See the second trailer now for Matt Damon's The Martian. Star Trek Beyond has added About Time's Lydia Wilson to the cast. We have a new promo for Season 2 of The Flash. The Black Ops 3, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 multiplayer beta is now available for everybody. It was available only for the people that pre-order the game, like myself. And then they decided to just go ahead and open it up for everyone, which then made it completely pointless for me to pre-order it to get the beta early. Jared Fogle will be pleading guilty charges of having sex with minors and child pornography. Of course, he's the Subway spokes guy. Go to hell, buddy. Go to hell. We have the first poster, and we do have a teaser trailer for Ash vs. the Evil Dead coming up here very soon for Stars. Megan Fox and Brian Austin Green are heading to divorce after 5 years of marriage. Megan, give me a call, baby. Give me a call. Spider-Man star Tom Holland has joined the new film Lost City of Z, so that's cool. We're going to get to see him in another film before Spider-Man. Len Goodman, who's a judge on Dancing with the Stars, he is leaving the judging table after 10 years on the show. Anthony Michael Hall is going to be starring with Brad Pitt in the new film War Machine, and I believe that's the one that he's doing for Netflix. Jill Scott and Lauren London have been cast in FX's new show Snowfall. The family is renewed Young and Hungry for season 3. Clive Owen has joined Luke Besson's new sci-fi epic Valerian. Rock Johnson, of course, it wouldn't be a show if I didn't have a new project for The Rock, because this dude does not sleep and loves to sign on to projects for every second he has available. He has just signed on for a new film from Disney called Jungle Cruise. Yes, it's based on the ride at Disneyland called Jungle Cruise. I don't know, Rock. I thought you got away from all these Disney films. I love you, buddy, but this one is a little, even for me. But hey, he's booked a trip down to the Jungle Cruise over on Disney. Director of Thor the Dark, not director, but writer of Thor the Dark World and the upcoming Thor Ragnarok has been hired on to write the new script for Masters of the Universe. So we're finally moving forward again on this He-Man reboot. So let's do it. Warner Brothers is going to be doing a Dante's Inferno film. So that is very, very cool. Let's see here. Tom Holland, who's the new Spider-Man. I told you he's on that Lost City of Z film. Joining him is also going to be Charlie Hunnam and Robert Pattinson. So they're all going to be doing Lost City of Z. Miles Teller's in talks for the PTSD drama called Thank You for Your Service. Congratulations to Kelly Clarkson, who announced her new pregnancy during one of her concerts a couple days ago. So congratulations to her. She just had a baby like a year ago, so that was very, very quick. Jennifer Lawrence is officially the highest paid actress in Hollywood. No shocker there on that, because this girl is everywhere. 50 Shades Darker, which is the sequel for 50 Shades of Grey, is looking to close in James Foley to direct the sequel. So he's in negotiations right now with him. Kong Skull Island has added Fantastic Four's Toby Kebbell, Koba from Rise of the Planet of the Apes, and Kebbell. He unfortunately got the shit under the stick with his Doom performance in that film, but hopefully Kong Skull Island will help him remedy some of that. Hulu has ordered a new show called Future Man, which is a comedy pilot coming from Seth Rogen and his partner Evan Goldberg. So that is going to be pretty cool. I'm all on board for that. Christian Bale is going to be playing Enzo Ferrari in a new biopic film for director Michael Mann. That's going to be pretty cool. Hugh Jackman is in negotiations to join Lionsgate's upcoming film, The Odyssey. So that's pretty cool. Should be a way better Clash of the Titans. So we'll see how that goes. Caitlyn Jenner could be facing manslaughter charges from the February crash that she was in. That'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Dragon Ball Z Resurrection heads to DVD and Blu-ray this October. If you remember at the end, or maybe back in May, we talked about how maybe Marvel was going to do a spin-off of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Then we started hearing that it might be about Mockingbird and her husband, Hunter. And then it kind of faded, and they decided they weren't going to move forward with it. Well, plans have changed, and ABC has ordered the official spin-off of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The show will be called Marvel's Most Wanted, and it will star Adrian Palicki and Nick Blood, who will be reprising their roles as Mockingbird and Hunter. So they are getting a spin-off show. It does say that they haven't agreed to that the show will go to series, but they want to make a pilot. They want to see how it does, and then they'll move forward from there. So I still don't understand why, but the title Marvel's Most Wanted has me very interested, and I love me some Adrian Palicki, so I'll take it. Ice Cube and his son from Straight Outta Compton may team up for a new thriller set against the LA riots. The film is tentatively titled as April 29th, 1992. There was a riot on the streets, tell me where were you? No, it doesn't have all that, but that always makes me think of the Sublime song. Very, very interesting. We have the first trailer. It's a Red Band trailer for Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. We have the first trailer for The Witch. We have that new second trailer for The Martian. We have another trailer for The Final Girls, which stars Alexander Ludwig and Nina Dobrev. We have a trailer called Carol. We already talked about Carol, sorry. Alfre Woodard is joining Luke Cage over on Netflix for the Marvel show. She's a great actress. She pops up in a lot of things. And it'd be interesting to see. They're saying that she may play a villain, which would be, she'll be playing Minetta, a powerful woman in politics who impacts the life of the hero. So she's on the TV show The State of Affairs. She'll be joining Mike Coulter, who will be playing Luke Cage. Remember, Luke Cage will be introduced in Jessica Jones, which will come out here in a couple months, and then he'll get his own show afterwards. So she'll be playing a character on that, so that's a cool addition there. War Machine movie coming on Netflix with Brad Pitt has also added Will Poulter to the cast. Congratulations to WWE superstar John Cena, who reached a landmark this weekend for the foundation Make-A-Wish, as he reached 500 wishes. That is the most ever that any celebrity has ever done for the foundation. Like I said, I'm a big wrestling fan. I'm not always the biggest John Cena fan, but I cannot give him props for when he does great things like this, like Make-A-Wish, making all these kids' dreams come true. 500 wishes, that is amazing. So big props there to John Cena. Brad Bird's Tomorrowland with George Clooney, one of the biggest bombs of the summer, is coming to Blu-ray and digital HD on October 13th. Big rumor has it going around that Mad Max Fury Road director George Miller may be directing the sequel to Man of Steel. This is a big rumor floating around right now. Some people are confirming it, but of course Warner Brothers hasn't confirmed it yet, so I have to leave it as the rumor status. This would be very interesting if George Miller makes. Remember, George Miller was going to do a Justice League movie back in the late 2000s, so this would be interesting if he does Man of Steel 2, and we finally can get that sequel on the docket, because there is no sequel for Man of Steel listed all the way through 2020. So if George Miller comes on, I think that'll pop up on the list, just like the Batman solo film. So we'll see. I'll keep you posted on that, but take that with you right now as a very heavily publicized rumor. George Miller may be directing Man of Steel 2. Let's see here. We have the teaser for HBO's Project Greenlight, Season 4. Picture says they have no plans yet for a Straight Outta Compton sequel about Tupac and Snoop Dogg. There was a lot of rumors going around saying that they were going to be doing a sequel already, and then it was greenlit, but they said no, we're not moving forward yet on that. Captain America Civil War has wrapped their principal photography, so they are done for right now, so that is pretty cool. They've been filming that for several months. So a lot of wrapping going on lately. Also wrapped is Independence Day Resurgence, the new Roland Emmerich film, the sequel to Independence Day, and X-Men Apocalypse. Bryan Singer has wrapped principal photography on that as well. We have posted the new Force Awakens covers for Empire Magazine. They've released 2 special magazine covers. Nintendo is reconsidering their stance on movie adaptations, so maybe they'll start making movies based on their games again. We'll see on that. Supposedly, there's some new casting coming to Star Wars Rogue One, and that, let's see here, that supposedly, once again, that joining Felicity Jones, remember this is for Rogue One, the spin-off film, or as I should say, a Star Wars story. Joining is going to be Felicity Jones from The Theory of Everything, Diego Luna from Milk and Killing Them Softly, Ben Mendelsohn from Bloodline and Mississippi Grind, Donnie Yen from IP Man and Blade 2, Jiang Wen from Let the Bullets Fly and Devils on the Doorstep, Forrest Whitaker, of course, from The Last King of Scotland, Mads Mikkelsen from the TV show Hannibal and Casino Royale, Alan Tudyk from Firefly, who plays a performance capture character in the film, and Riz Ahmed, who is from the film Nightcrawler and Four Lions. Rogue One takes place before the events of Star Wars A New Hope and will be a departure from the saga films, but have elements that were familiar to the Star Wars universe. It goes into new territory exploring the galactic struggle from a ground war perspective while maintaining the essential Star Wars feel that fans have come to know. Gareth Evans is a huge and inventive director, and I'm so excited to be working with him in the extraordinary ensemble cast that he selected for Rogue One. This is from Kathleen Kennedy director of Lucasfilm right now. So those are the additions right there to Rogue One is Mads Mikkelsen and Alan Tudyk. So very, very cool additions to Rogue One. FX has released 2 teasers for American Horror Story Hotel. Is reportedly taking an extended hiatus starting next year. Jeremy Renner has revealed which side Hawkeye is on in Captain America Civil War. I won't tell you because it might be a spoiler, so read that at your own risk. And I got us through that news hella quick. So that is the news for the week, man. We are just barely passing that hour mark, which makes me very, very happy because, that's typically where we are for a 1-week episode, let alone a 2-week episode. So let's talk releases and box office. On DVD and Blu-ray, there's no real big releases coming out. Excuse me, that was the same with last week, too. Very, very slow on the DVD and Blu-ray front. In theaters this week, actually coming out on Wednesday, is going to be the new film No Escape, starring Owen Wilson and Pierce Brosnan. Owen Wilson not doing a comedy, trying to do an action movie. I think it looks pretty decent, but I think this film is going to fall. But No Escape opens on Wednesday. Then on Friday, you get Z for Zachariah and We Are Your Friends. Z for Zachariah looks really good, and I feel like this is probably going to be a limited release, although it says it's going to be a wide release. There's been no advertising whatsoever for this film. It stars Chris Pine, Margot Robbie, and Chiwetel Ejiofor. Great cast, looks really, really good, but I've seen literally no advertising for this film, so I don't know how many theaters it'll open in this weekend. And the other big release will be We Are Your Friends, which is that new Zac Efron movie where he plays the DJ. It looks stupid as hell. Alright, let's talk box office. Coming in number 10 is the Fantastic Four, and it's only 3rd week open. It's at number 10 with $3.7 million. Wow, wow. Coming in number 9 is Minions with $3.7 million. Number 8 is Ant-Man with $4.1 million. Number 7 is The Gift with $4.3 million. Number 6 is American Ultra. This is a debut. It's the new film starring Jesse Eisenberg and Kristen Stewart. It opens at number 6 with a very poor $5.5 million. Coming in number 5 is The Man From U.N.C.L.E. with $7.4 million. Number 4 is Hitman Agent 47 in its debut, bringing in a pretty crappy $8.2 million. Wish it would have done better than that. Number 3 is Sinister 2, which is also getting ripped in reviews. Said it's way horrible. Sinister 2 comes in number 3 with only $10.6 million. But of course, it comes from Blumhouse Pictures, and Blumhouse makes films for like $10 million, which I think is as much as this film cost. So it made almost 11, so it's already made its money back. So that's why they're okay making these damn horror movies. Coming in number 2, holding so strong and steady, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, bringing in another $11.7 million. And your number 1 film for the 2nd week in a row. Last week it was number 1 with $60 million. And this week it's number 1 once again with $26.8 million. So very, very good retention there going into its 2nd week. Like I said, I'll probably go see Straight Outta Compton this weekend and have a review for you on our next episode. Alrighty, my friends, that will do it for this supersized 2-week edition of Am I on the Air. Thank you so much for your time, for your patience, for your support. Thanks for checking in with me. Thanks for looking for the new episode. Here it is. And please support us by following us on all social media. You can follow us on Twitter at Am I on the Air. You can follow me on Twitter at DX.Mega. You can, of course, like us on Facebook at facebook.com/AmIOnTheAir. Our official webpage is amiontheair.com. Remember, if you go to the webpage directly, you can listen to the show. You can listen to the Am I Still on the Air spin-offs. You can have a link to Red Dragons Radio. You can look at the movie reviews. You can watch all the latest trailers. Everything is on the webpage. All the social media tabs. Just go to amiontheair.com. Bookmark it, visit it, love it, share it. Alright? When your friends say, hey man, where's those new trailers at? Tell them, amiontheair.com. You can subscribe to us on YouTube. It's youtube.com/amiontheair. We're on Instagram. We're on Periscope. Just look for us. Just type in Am I on the Air? It'll pop right up. Of course, we're on iTunes, so look for us there. We have links on our page. Just go to that social media tab. It'll give you our link to our iTunes feed. If you're looking for us on the go, we're on Stitcher and we're on TuneIn. Those are the two portable apps that are the easiest to listen to us on. Trying to think, man. Like that's a lot of social media. Like I said, if you're unfamiliar, you're not sure, just type in MI on the Air. I'm sure it'll pop up. Please, if you have friends, family, anybody that loves entertainment news, and they want to get into the know like you are, tell them. Say, hey man, you gotta listen to the show. Am I on the Air? Spread the love, spread the support. I appreciate it. I love when you guys tell other people about it. If you want to be in with all the news as it drops, you need to follow us on Twitter. You need to like us on Facebook. That's where all the news goes to first, especially on Twitter. We drop news daily, all throughout the day. Breaking news, trailers, videos, everything. Follow us on Twitter. You get a big news dump at the end of the day on Facebook. It's all there, so you can always know what's going down at the drop of a hat. All right? Support your boy. Of course, reddragonsradio.com. If you love podcasts, you want to hear more podcasts, go to reddragonsradio.com. You can listen to Am I on the Air? You can listen to Am I Still on the Air? You can listen to us on Red Dragons Assemble. You can listen to This Week with the Geek, The People's Forum, King Falls AM. There's all kinds of shows on there. Go check them out. It's a great spot. RedDragonsRadio.com. Follow on Twitter at Red Dragons Radio so you always know what's going down. All right, I'm out of breath. We're going on midnight here. It's hot as hell. I'm getting inside. Have a great week, everybody. Sorry I went away for a week, but I'm back. There's all your news. And until next time, my friends, peace! Red Dragons!